this document the aims of the WACF. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions about it, please? It'd be very helpful before I draft as a result of it. Yeah, one thing you refer to is raising understanding and awareness in the world community of the danger of corruption, corroding political structures, and so forth. And then you talk about resisting concrete acts of corruption. I was wondering if you could address those 2 points really, about how you would raise understanding.
From my point of view, the world, or the public opinion, people in the world, they're not aware of the danger of corruption. They divide corruption, say for example, and crime. And this is not correct. Because the people should understand that the corruption and crime is one of the same thing.
Right. Okay.
This is one thing. Because corruption appears as the crime. And in Russia, corruption, it's not only the crime because of the law, but it is connected and brought by the criminal world. It is actually penetration of politics by the criminal world. We should understand that Russia, if, for example, we have a corrupted regime, it is the point is that this corrupted regime is closely connected to the criminal world, or produced by criminal world.
Right.
So we have criminals as the ruling center, ruling group of Russian Federation, which say, for example, have nuclear weapons. So if you speak about, say, corruption of minor country, it may be not so important. But the corruption, say, for example, in the country like Russia, it's very important. This is one thing. The second thing, sometimes foreign countries, they are not so serious about corruption. And sometimes foreign forces, foreign companies, or foreign, maybe even secret services, they think that they can use corruption or promote corruption. So, in my opinion, we should concentrate on showing the people and the government the danger of this policy. You cannot promote corruption, say for example, in Russia, thinking that it will not pay back to you. This is very important. And there is no awareness. And corruption is simply, somebody has given somebody a bribe. It's not like this. We have a system of corruption. And this system of corruption sometimes depends on, or flourishes with the help of foreign countries, foreign companies, foreign politicians. So that should be somehow stopped. So if you take concrete, what you ask about concrete, why writing about concrete? Because the only one thing what you can do is to take a concrete cases of corruption and show that with these concrete cases, first, there is a danger for Russian Federation, for example, if it is on a certain but there is a danger also, and there is influence of penetration of corruption in foreign countries. It's not like that that corrupted money is in the foreign country, in the other country. That's not maybe a certain problem. But the thing is that to get the money there, you establish a system. It happened here. I'm not speaking about the experience in Russia, but even experience in here. When I came here, the Russian secret services and some people who were against me, acting in the setting anti-corruption committee, they started setting up a system or structure to get the criminal money, corrupted money, through this structure, and me being involved in the structure. So, and when I was trying to understand how they're doing, I've seen that here we have a certain system already existing. How to get, there are companies working here, especially, and people who are taking criminals. I can give names of people, say for example, criminals from Kursk. the criminal who was and promised through anti-corruption committee, through me, to bring his money here, and for him to get political asylum here. So, but if you check how it is being done, we see that there is a lawyers involved. Sorry. There are companies involved which are specializing in setting up trusts, in offshore trusts.
Mhm.
There are people, this and that. So there is a already, let us put it, industry.
Mhm.
That's what I am saying.
Yes. Okay. And is there a differentiation between political Is there a differentiation between political corruption and commercial corruption?
Of course, we can differentiate. Yeah, we can differentiate people, by name and all those things, by their positions. But that is two sides of one medal. Political corruption and economic corruption. Say, for example, if we take Russia, then political corruption is connected, or economic corruption is the result of political corruption. And political corruption is, say, for example, we have a very strange system of financial credits and loans. In all of the world, you are reducing, all the countries, they are reducing, their central banks, they are reducing interest, which people are to pay to get in order to get the loans. But in Russia, they're increasing. And that is as a result, you can use the credit and loans, because you have to pay 20-25% in total per year, only if you are involved in crimes. So then in this case, you can pay back 25% interest per year. But for normal business, it's not possible to use this money. So this is political decision which is promoting corruption. Because if I got the money, or somebody, Ivanov, Petrov, Sidorov, he got the money for 25-30%, what he is to do? Either he is to deal with narcotics, or with crime, or he is not to pay taxes, or he is to do something else. So, to increase the prices. So, there is no, this is interconnected. Political and economic corruption. That's why I am writing about political and economic corruption as one goal.
Could I ask you
No.
could I ask you about your ideas for the investment of arrested money, as you call it? That is,
that is tremendous problem.
Yes.
According to Transparency, for example, International, there we have approximately $1 trillion of corrupted money produced per year. And this money, say in trillions of dollars, it is now distributed on the different bank accounts and properties abroad.
Yes.
So, of course, Russia is interested in getting this money back to the Russian economy. But the same countries which, say, for example, will be acting to arrest this money, to locate, to find this money, arrest it, they are also to be, they are also to use this money. Yeah, we can understand that there will be, if we say, for example, arrest money, $1 trillion in Great Britain, Great Britain will be also interested in using this money.
Exactly.
But there is no legislation system, there are no laws how to use this money. So my idea is one of our direction of activities should be to understand and to develop the system how to use this money. How to arrest it, on what legislation. It will be not only British, it should be European, international, some decisions, laws. And to arrest this money, try to find a way, maybe, I'm not saying that this should be done. But I think that, say, for example, the same World Anti-Corruption Foundation as charity fund to bring this money to the charity funds,
Right, I see.
and from these charity funds to invest this money in Russia back, but say, for example, promoting technology transfers, equipment, setting up the production in Russia, but with assistance, say, so for example, or ordering the equipment from Britain or British companies and all this thing. That means that British side, Britain and Europe should be interested in using this money, but this money should be used in Russia.
Okay. In a corrupt-free manner?
In a corrupt-free manner, under public control, of course, on this.
How would you see that money then being used in the system developing? You know, I mean, once the money has gone back in a non-corrupt fashion, then could it not be corrupted very soon in the course of use in Russia?
No, this is. I think we can find a way how to protect it.
Right.
Say, for example, we are speaking about some non-corrupted economy. Say, for example, let us just take. There is a problem in Russia now. The development of agricultural production. There is a problem of Russia, the processing industries in Russia, and or retail. So we can develop with the British technologies or European technologies, say if we are speaking about European countries, with the equipment and European companies, we can develop, say, chain of special farm productions under the Russian government, but with the participation of World Anti-Corruption Foundation, with the participation in Transparency International as the board of directors, as the controlling organs, and set up this production. So to this production, there will be a lot of farmers connected. It will be a central production of agricultural production, say, for example, in the region. So the farmers will have decent prices for their product. The production will be new enterprises will use these products to processing and producing processed foodstuffs and products. And then there will be retail. So under all this chain, there will be checking and control of anti-corruption organizations.
Yes, okay.
And we can bring, that's why we need powerful and important board of directors that in case there is a corrupted or criminal influence or attack on our enterprises, we can bring it to the political level immediately. The most important thing, what we should do, is to get to people. If we will be involved, people will be involved, ordinary people in Russia, say agricultural farmers, peasants, there will be workers, they will be involved and they'll get benefits from this development. Then they'll feel, then they'll support. We need public support. When public support will be, so nobody will dare to touch this new economy. That's why I'm saying it is new economy. It should be within the rest of the country, within the country. Not we are not to fight this criminal and corrupted economy, but we have to set up. There are free zones in Russia, and we have to find these free zones. Because there is no production, agriculture. You can go to Tambov region, you can go to Rostov region. There are huge lands. People are producing, don't know what to do with the products. The mediators are buying with the price of less than half of the cost of the production. So these are there are tremendous problems. But we can solve them only on the basis of anti-corruption.
Yes,
Maybe about Transparency International, what we have discussed. Which point did we touch at that time we were discussing?
Oh, just here. I was talking about these earlier. Yeah.
to coordinate, regarding coordination of different, you know,
Of
when,
the,
of different public relationship and coordination of different groups
Yeah.
and organizations which we are working in the field of anti-corruption.
Yes, exactly.
So let me ask me this question. And
Yeah, I certainly shall, yeah. Larry, can I ask you about the coordination of the efforts of WACF with existing anti-corruption bodies? I mean, there are a number in the world, aren't there? And there are a number in Russia, I understand. Am I correct in that?
yeah, there are some organizations in Russia.
Yes.
There are organizations in the world which are presented in Russia.
Mm.
And from my point of view, at present moment, there is no coordination of the activities.
All right.
Say, for example, I was openly fighting with Kremlin and with Kremlin authorities on the corruption in Kremlin. And I was trying to get or involve, to get support from different organizations, to get them involved in my conflict. And some of them, I say, for example, there are some opposition leaders, say, for example, father and son of Gudkov in Russia. They're members of parliament. They are now members of opposition. I was addressing them. There was no reply. Actually, no party, political party, or no opposition group has supported me. Absolutely. For 2 years, I didn't get even anybody, even from member of the opposition, member of parliament, just letter inquiry. I was asking, send inquiry to the prosecution office. What is going on with the criminal investigation? Nobody there. No Communist Party. No any other party. No simply members of parliament. Kremlin, everybody was afraid. And till now, in general, everybody criticized. But you can't touch the man who is giving you the flat, dacha, and health resort. So this is one point. The second point, say, for example, there are organizations like Transparency International.
Yes.
I met for the first time Panfilova in 2005. At that time, I had conflict with Shabaltai, general manager of State Kremlin Palace. And we were doing special zone for the president, Putin. And we had a conflict with Shabaltai because I accused him of corruption, of pressing, of non-payment, and of, say, for example, we were doing a study of president. And the task which I received from the president office and from his two personal assistants, Shoglev and Yentaltseva, who were responsible for this, that this study should be able to be used by TV, cameraman, photographers with the best light. Should not be reflected. Should be not straight light. You know, there should not be reflection. It should be very powerful, useful, and all this thing. But so we decided, along with the German company Interference, the special light, and it was from the Russian budget. They were allocated 300,000 euro to purchase this light. Instead of this, they installed some candeliers, a lot of very big, but which were absolutely ordinary, very cheap. I was actually told that they've taken it from customs when they were arrested because they were being smuggled from Armenia. So this was installed in office, and that's why I said that it's not possible and was against. I have not signed the papers. By the way, till now, State Kremlin Palace, I have not signed the papers as general designer and head of the organization, which was general designer. I have not commissioned the project. So State Kremlin Palace is operating with violations of law. So, but at that time, Panfilov came to me, to my office, and we sit down and discussed. And she told me that many things she knows already. More than this, when we were discussing, I've understood that she knows a lot, maybe more than me. because maybe information is going not only from me but from many sources, including she knows a lot from about Shabaltai, general manager of State Kremlin Palace. But that is all. There was no result. Because, okay, she's written some article, maybe some paper, send it to headquarters of Transparency International. But for me, who was in the conflict, who was pressed by Home Ministry, or all these organizations starting with security forces, tax authorities, everybody was attacking me and my company. So I've not got anything, any support. So I think that one of the reasons is because nobody coordinating the activities. If we are able to coordinate activities, get there, for example, there are some abilities or possibilities or what Transparency International can do or able to achieve. And there are, say, for example, something another organizations can do. So if we coordinate this and use all these efforts, and there will be organization which will be doing something concretely. So that's why we need this what we are setting up, World Anti-Corruption Foundation, because the difference between us and Transparency International or some other organizations should be that we are involved and we are concentrated on concrete cases and concrete support. So if we say, for example, able to provide good lawyers, to provide even security for the people who are struggling, going against the corruption, and plus Transparency International through its communication ties, information channels, we can create more. It will be, let us say that, new quality or new level of anti-corruption activities.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
No, what is something more?
May I?
No, yeah, sure.
Same question before.
Shall we start again?
No. Let us go on some other point. And just what is to be clarified to you, not because it's filming, but
Yeah. Well, I'm interested in the question of clean money as opposed to unclean money, and how easy it is to establish whether money that's in Russia is clean money, because if corruption is endemic in the economy there, as I understand it, then at some stage that money would have gone through some sort of corrupt process, wouldn't it? Is there anything?
I don't agree with this.
Oh,
That's what we've been discussing. We are to divide this. We are to be. That is the problem. Nobody is looking at corruption, trying to investigate what is the case. Say, for example, we can take, let's say my case, it will be much easier. If I, for example, don't increase the price over the normal level, so that means I have no corrupted money flow to my company.
Right. Yes. Okay.
If, say, for example, another company which is working on the other side of state of administration of the president, say 14th building of Kremlin or State Kremlin Palace, and they are asking and they're being paid 3 times more, then this 2 times that is corrupted money.
That's corrupted, yes.
But so let us see that there is no flow of corrupted money in my company. Okay. Then, if we take my company money, within this, I was forced to pay irregular payment to some companies, knowing, and I was forced because they were not, I would not pay to them in normal business relationship. But I've paid, say, for example, 10% or 15%, or let us calculate approximately. In total, it was approximately 10% of the projects in administration of the president. So in this case, I've paid from my profit. So this 10% is corrupted money. Yeah? But it went to other companies. So if this money comes, say for example, to Great Britain, from this company, it is corrupted money. But in my company, I had a profit of 6%. This 6%, I paid the taxes. They were absolutely free, open, transparent. I was giving tax authorities opportunity to check my company every 3 months. I was receiving after every 3 months, after every checking, I was receiving document that everything is correct, that you paid everything. So this percent, this 6%, this is clean money. Taking into consideration that with these irregular payments, I was informing, according to the law, secret services, police, tax authorities, I was informing them. They were not acting, that is a different thing. So we can, in my opinion, in every business in Russia, we can divide this. And this is important, because if you say that everybody is in corruption, then all the money is dirty, it will not be way out.
No, I agree with that.
You know, and what is the support for the Russian business? That's why Russian business is keeping silent. No Russian businessman stands up, only, of course they stand up, but different people in the regions more. You know, and it is very easy to kill them or press them and this and that. But there is no movement. Why? Because, okay, they'll start movement, but what they'll get? They'll get the accusation that you are also corrupted. You are paying the bribes, or you are forced to, so you are corrupted. With me, because I was openly saying this, I was using the connection in special services in police. I've made this open statements. I was carrying out sting operations, participating in this thing. For me, it is difficult to speak about me. But for others, it is very difficult. They can't do all these things. So, but if we establish a system when Russian businessmen can say that this is clean money and this is what I was forced, because that's what I am saying, it is corrupted taxes. It is not the bribe. Bribe is when you are paying in order to get something unlawful or something irregular. But this is not. If you are going, you have no way out. It is a rule or law. If you go to work in, say, cleaning in the streets, you have to pay 70% of what you get as kickback. 70. I know the man who is general in Kremlin who pays only 40, but using all his might, power. His company pays 40.
Is that on top of regular taxes? You know, proper
Yes. If he receives 100,000 pounds per say month, he is to pay 70,000 pounds as bribe. Oh no, that's what I am against. I don't consider this to be a bribe, because if you give him the right, he will not pay anything. That's the thing. But he is paying, and after this, thinking what to do with all these things, how to survive. So, hello.
Yeah, I'm in a meeting. Thank you.
No, she's not.
No. That's an hour again. Is that not filming? Is that not filming? Has he finished? Have they finished filming?
Why? I don't think so.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
It's going to be a
they're
very
filming
long.
you
It's going to be a
to-
very long film.
No, they'll take some parts. Maybe we'll speak now about how to check technically, because to setting up these companies. Yeah. So due diligence and all these things.
Okay.
Say how to divide clean money and dirty money
Yes.
technically.
Yes.
And if you ask me this question, it will be maybe for them it will be interesting to this point, and for us also. By this time they show the film, we'll have the companies I hope.
Yeah, well, yes, exactly. That's right. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Valery, can I ask you about the? Sorry, we were talking about clean money and so forth. How technically can one divide clean money from dirty money? How easy is that to do? Is it a very long process? And who would do it?
First, a long process, but as Mao Zedong used to say, that long way starts with the first step. So that means we have to work from man to man, business to business, and this. That is important for us to set up a certain structures. Under World Anti-Corruption Foundation, we have to set a certain structures. And what we are ready now, what we are starting, I hope in November, we will start. This is the two companies. One company is in London, will be registered, and one company will be registered in Moscow. The name of the as a branch office. The British company will be 100% shareholder of the company in Russia. The British company will be called World Business Intelligence Group. In Russia, we are naming the company as Russian Business Intelligence Group. So also we are planning to open the companies in Kazakhstan and Azerbaijan as the first stage. So this company will be using the people who are for many years already in Russia doing due diligence and checking, who are professionals in this case.
There are already in.
They are already, people are there and already agreed, and all of some of them will be shareholders in this company. Even in British company, there will be shareholders from Russia. So this company will be, there are two things. First, we'll be checking the money, finances and businesses, not from the point as general, simply, whether it is connected to corruption or not corruption. But we'll try to study it and divide it. And to present it to the customer, the information will show this part is corrupted, this flow is not corrupt, is clean. So if we speak about this business, this money can be accepted. This amount or this money from this side or this and that and that. So we'll give exactly the flow and way of this money which is coming to the customer. And this is one thing. The second thing, of course, how to depend on this information. This is very important. We should have World Anti-Corruption Foundation as the organ or shareholder which is controlling this company. The board of directors, the prominent people from all over the country, all over the world, are to check that this company is making decent work, correct information, and not involved in also some corruption. Yeah? No, somebody may come and say this is 1 million, tell that 20 million I have clean. So not to do this, we are to have not simply private company, but company controlled by World Anti-Corruption Foundation. So by this we'll be able to divide this. And we are starting it now with this actually attitude, with this position, with this angle, looking to the business from this angle. So now we have divided. So we are to channel this clean money to be used. For this, we need investment fund. What we've been discussing yesterday with Mark and these companies, due diligence companies, they're John actually assisting us to set up and get the first orders. So Mark will assist us in setting up the international investment fund under World Anti-Corruption Foundation. So this fund also should be controlled by the public, well-known, respected people, public authorities. So in this case, we'll be using correctly this money and supporting the work.